My name is Dr. Johanna Elliott, and I have written a book called Stop the Pain and Damage of Inflammatory-Based Diseases. Well, originally it was my own personal research to try to discover what was wrong with me. When I realized that after years of going the traditional route that I was actually getting far worse rather than better, I finally realized that, hey, I'm a doctor, and I certainly have the degrees that I'm able to do research, and so that's what I did. I noticed in my patients more and more that they were talking about these different symptoms that they had that were surprisingly like my own. With my research, I was able to help them with that, and noticed we were really getting a lot of really terrific successes. And so I found that even though I was treating them as a chiropractor, I could also advise them on how to take care of these other problems with their inflammation, with their diseases that are often called autoimmune diseases. There are at least 100 different inflammation-based diseases. These include things like interstitial cystitis, fibromyalgia, irritable bowel syndrome, and they're as far-reaching as heart disease, as diabetes, even Alzheimer's. Most other books dealt with the diseases that were established. They didn't include how they began in the first place. And that's where I got the advantage, because I got it all. The reason I wrote the bonus chapter, the chapter on sex, is because most of these diseases come from the gut area, from the intestines, and it's very typical to have a lot of pain in the pelvic area. So I wrote this book to give people different ideas, how they could work both physically, emotionally, so that they could have a happy, fulfilling sex life. You can find Stop the Pain and Damage of Inflammatory-Based Diseases through my website, drjohannaelliott.com. You can also find it through lulu.com, Amazon, Barnes & Nobles, and others.